Hey guys, welcome to Medieval Dynasty, and as always, I'm Dash, and this is Dashing Games. Now, this is the second game of the channel revamp that I will be bringing. Let's see a little bit about the game. It's a city builder meets survival game, so there is a lot of city building elements and some survival elements, so that's what actually brought it to my attention. So let's hop in. We'll customize it. Length of season in days. We'll turn that to 7 so we can play for a little longer. We can set it to 30, but I don't want to because that would be too long. And, well, due to the fact that we can sleep through the seasons, yeah, let's just leave it at 7. We're going to leave these cheats alone, as well as temperature, poisoning, and fast crafting. I just want to get the technology gain up a little bit, because it's slow in this game. I found that out, and so have a few people I watch, like KJ48, who actually is the one that showed me the game, so thank you to him for that. And a few other tricks that I picked up watching him. Now, here we go.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks, I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
A little screenshot for later. But yeah, no, the intro on this is a good one. I like it along with Elden Ring. Another thing about this game, it just recently came out on both Xbox Series X and S, as well as the PS5. So, guys, if you're joining us on those systems, I'm sorry, my keybinds are not going to be the same as yours. I will do my best to learn what they are, and if you can leave them in the comment section for people who need them, please do. I'm on PC. We've had it for a while on Steam Early Access, so that's the best I can do. I like the loading screen, the peasants and the village with the wood fences and thatch and wattle walls. Or was that all wood? It looks like it's all wood. Oh, come on. And here we are. Load in and we discover deer and a deer spot and badger spot. Starting a new life. Knowledge quests. I'll go through those and see if there's anything we really want to learn. But as usual, let's start gathering stuff. It's a survival game after all. Gotta be able to defend ourselves, guys. Even though I'm sure we won't get attacked right away. But you know, you never know, right? Plus, being able to craft some items would be a good idea. Oh, there's a crow. Need more stone, I think. What do I need for a hatchet? 2 stones. Okay. Oh, right in front of me. Stone hatchet. And there we go. The only thing that sucks is you can't move when you're doing this. When you're crafting in this game. Wow. Now we just gotta figure out where we're building. I think I'm gonna do it along here, like rail around here, and go down and then expand towards either Gustovia, this town, or Danica and like the roads up here. Never know. But we got a while to decide because it's going to take a long time with this game. It's got a. It is not a. It's another. I'm not in it for the short haul games. Farming and everything, like as usual. Dash was silly and picked a game that he had to actually do a lot of work with. But that's okay. I enjoy bringing you guys content. Talk to the Castilian. Okay. Well, I'm out of breath. 10. Oh, there is one time when I will be turning the cheats on, and that's when I'm looking for people, because when you hit Alt in the computer, it uses a lot of your stamina to find somebody, or to even look, like see Roberta here, 1222 133, and I'll explain what those mean in a while. But looking at that drained my stamina. Are you oh, sorry, those eyes. I didn't think I would see them again. One blue, one as the sky, and the other black as a lump of coal. Are you alright? Look as you've seen a ghost. So you aren't one? Good. For a second there I thought I lost it, haha. But your eyes, you look like just like him. Sorry, you must have mistaken me with someone. I'm new in these parts, just arrived at the valley actually. My name is Racimir. I'm Wanda's son, aren't you? Jordan's nephew? What, did you know my mother? That's kind of creepy. Not really, I knew of her. We didn't ever actually meet. He wanted to keep his families separate. His families. Families, not family. That's kind of a odd use. I don't think I understand. Neither do I. You will. Wait, what do you mean by did? I know her. Is she well? I hope she is. Now, wherever that might be, I've lost both my parents in the war. Damn it. This world. I guess it can be as cruel as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. Nobody should lose their loved ones at such a young age. It's okay, they've died so I could live, and I plan to make the best of this life. So I can, that I can. Sorry, English is hard at times, I guess. In order to honor their sacrifices. That's very mature of you. I'm sure they would be proud hearing that. You mentioned my uncle Jordan. I love that name. I actually came here looking for him. Oh, Racimir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your Uncle Jordan is no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. I'm sorry. Well, I'm so sorry. I understand how you must feel. He was a dear friend of mine. So, that's it? I'm the only one left? Don't you say that. Hey, look at me. This valley is filled with warm-hearted people who can gladly aid you with whatever you need, and I'm one of them. So what should I do now? You're free to go wherever you like and start a new life. I hereby grant you permission of the Castilian to build and farm on any unutilized land in this valley. Construct yourself a house and see what comes next for you. You can even build a whole village if you please. There are many travelers passing through. Maybe some of them would like to join your settlement. Just like that, I can take land free of charge. Seems a little suspicious. Well, you'd have to pay taxes to the king annually, of course. But apart from that, you're free to do as you please. As long as you don't break the law, of course. No shit. Pardon the language. Or at least, if you don't get caught doing so. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me this guy's a criminal already. That sounds amazing. This valley looks beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate has in store for him. I'm glad to hear that. You can find resources all over the land. Grab a few rocks, sticks from the ground, and craft yourself a simple axe. With that, you can cut down trees and chop them into logs. Then you can create a wooden hammer that will be crucial in the building process. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Listen. When you build yourself a home, come back to Gustovia and talk to my wife, Dolbonigia? I'm not even naming her. Dob. She manages the tavern. Okay, the tavern manager, that works. Ask her to feed you, you must be famished. And then grab some beers for both of us and come back. I'll tell you some stories about Jordan. Actually, that does sound like a good plan, even though I don't drink anymore. Okay, collecting resources, like I've been doing. So let's grab 7. Always a good idea to have an extra hatchet or whatever he's making me craft again. And we'll head out to where we're heading. Where we're going to build our new house. Well, our entire town. And this game looks good though. Crow, duck. This game's always looked good in my opinion though, even though it's still been in early access for a while. You know, everybody gets their hate on for the early access games, but without these kind of games or these kind of releases, some of the AAA games probably wouldn't be funded as well as they are, or done as well as they are, because they gotta compete with stuff like this coming out from the smaller development companies. Now we gotta make a wooden hammer, cut 5 trees, and gather 32 pieces of straw. Okay, now straw, ironically, where are they? Comes from reeds early on, so we don't have to worry about planting crops right off the hop, which isn't a bad thing for us. Oh, yeah, I did put it on my hotbar, or they put it on my hotbar. I do want to build right around here, so we'll go up to the right after the bridge. Okay, now where the heck are these reeds? Mushrooms. Remember, guys, even unless you know what they are, don't pick and eat mushrooms in the forest, because they can be very poisonous to you. Though, in some cases, they can do some stuff that would not be nice. Hint, hint, magic mushrooms, anybody? Never mind, don't try that. I'm kidding. But games like done by another small developer like Scum have actually introduced that kind of stuff, so I don't know what to say to that anymore. Now, I want to grow this way with my houses, so let's show something I learned from Cage. Not road, fences, buildings, the farming. Now, if you're having problems getting your roads straight and you want to alleviate that, just put down a frickin' farm. And look at that. When I put the road down next to it, which will line right up there, it'll go straight. So let's do that. And do I have a hammer? Did I craft one? No, and I need one of those. Dang. Gotta delete the thing. Also, another good reason I settled here is maple. Maple trees in this game give a lot of wood. They don't give too many feathers or sticks, but they are the ones that give the most logs. Okay, Q. By the way, to get into the crafting menu like that, it is Q button on the PC. There, log. Wooden hammer. Inventory. No, it did not equip that. So we'll hit 2. Put that in 2. Destroy it. And destroy the field. And cancel. let's build the house that we're supposed to. We'll build a simple small house. Find room for it. Come on, there we go. Now what do we need for it? Oh, we need 10 stones. Now this is a slight problem, is finding the stones, but not verily a very large one. Daisy stone. We needed 10, right? Ooh, meat. Nice. I do plan on selling a lot of that and the stuff that we will be gathering, besides what we need for building, so we can make our money for taxes and everything for the next season. But this is where you get reeds, guys, if you're having problems. Not reeds, straw. Is the reeds early on. Like, as you can see, I'm gathering it up rather quickly. There's our level in survival. Well, there's a level in survival. I will go put points in a second as soon as I'm done gathering all these. Oh, a little tip, guys, that I learned from another YouTuber. I can't remember his name. If you want to gather quicker, put a tool in your hand. It makes it so much quicker. Okay, let's see. How much rocks do we have? 9. That's what we need for the house. So we'll build the foundation, and we'll change it up when I get it up. We're going to change the walls because I want to make a higher level house so that we don't have to worry about, well, we get more skills the higher level materials we use, and the higher, not material, and the higher the skill level that is required to use it as well. So we're getting power level a skill a little bit by doing this. Log. We don't want the mushrooms. We're gonna need a shovel to get rid of the stumps, but we'll do that in a bit. 5. One more. And then we'll turn it into a wood house rather than thatch one. Not thatch, wattle. Which is an actual building supply source. Don't get me wrong, it was a wonderful invention when it was in use, but even by this game standards, it's out of date. So we'll get that built up. You need a lot of wood, guys. But see how it says wattle with door? You can go. I'm hitting E on PC again. I don't know what it is for the Xbox or the PlayStation, but you can go stone. We're gonna go wood, cause well, wood's easy for us to get and stone's not. Gotta get a drink of water. Only thing I will not change right now is the roof, because I can't make planks. We need a specific building to make a plank, so. And wood wall. We're just gonna run around and change all this into wood. And see what, mostly what we're gonna need is a whole bunch of trees. So I'll show you how we change it, and then I'm going to probably put a cut in so I can farm out all the mats. You guys do not need to watch me farming all the mats for this stuff. Okay. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 28, 32, 35. I could be wrong about 39, but yeah, it's going to take me a little while to farm out all the wood for this, especially considering I still have to do the roof as well. So we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back now. It's the dawn of the next day in game, so I had to sleep after crafting this wonderful, nice little house. So this is what we made so far. Let's go talk to Unigost's wife, but let's actually set up a trap first. So we need sticks. Oh, I also cleared out over here because I'm going to put something over here. Other than the rabbit trap, which I'm going to craft in buildings? No. Furniture and decorations, traps. There we go. 13 sticks. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter where you put your traps. They can go here. And there we go. Now we need to make a wooden knife. Stone knife, not a wooden knife. Wooden knife would be a little redundant. Some nice hot tea. I also made myself a cup of tea while I was making, building the house. And we need a log. Dang. Well, let's take out our trusty wooden shovel, which I made between cuts as well to take out a lot of the shrubs around not the shrubs, the stumps around us. So we'll go in here. We'll open the chest. Let's drop off. We'll keep the axes because we'll sell them in town. We don't need the wooden shovel. We don't need the wooden hammer because we're not going to build anything right now. Let's put the spear on 2 and the stone knife on 3. And also, oops. Okay, now let's level up. So we got all these skills from extraction. Experience. Yeah, let's gain more experience from extracting. F to increase your level. F for yes. Survival knowledge. Let's go for more survival activities. Now, under technology, this is where it gets interesting. See, we got resource storage. This is what I'm going to build. Buildings. Where is it? Extraction? No. Production? No, it's probably in resources. No, not there. Farming, production, services. Storages. Come on, Dash. Get your mind in the game. Now, this takes a lot of area, so this is why I wanted to settle around here. So we'll build it not there, the rock's in the way. Also gonna have to eat, I guess. Buildings, storage, resource storage. We'll build that right there. And I'll build that between episodes, and I will actually build up the town a little bit. But let's go talk to Unigost and, his wife, and we should eat before I forget yet again. But we'll go talk to Unigost's wife and get the reward from her, and probably do a little bit of hunting. Okay, we're full enough. Oops, did not mean to jump. There, shift is to run, not spacebar dash. Eat a drink. And let's bring out the wooden spear, because between here and Gostovia, we should be able to hunt like a crow or something, maybe. So we can get the animal hunted. Stick. We'll take the plank. That's worth money. The axe is only 53%. And a torch. Not much here. Now there are bandits and like predators, like there's wolves and bears and stuff, and bears are no joke. So we will have to be careful, traveling. But right now it's fine. Oh, also, when you're cutting down your trees, be careful, because if they land on you, they can kill you. Thought I heard something. There's a crow. Also, another thing, drop is not as bad as you think it's going to be. See? I actually thought I might have to aim a little higher. Probably would have hit him a little bit better too. But, oh well. We'll skin him. Probably get feathers and a little bit of meat. Much meat. Oh, that's not bad. And we auto-saved. Okay. Now where is she? 52 meters this way. Hello, what is it? What can I help you with? Hi, you're Darbringia? I'm going to have a problem butchering that name probably, right? Nice to meet you, I'm Rasamir. That's right, nice to meet you too, Rasamir. What brings you to me? Unagos told me that you could fix me up with some food. I haven't had a proper meal in weeks. Well, it depends on what you proper means to you. But I can offer you something warm and filling. That sounds more than amazing. There you go. Now tell me something about yourself. How do you know my husband? There's nothing much to say, really. I've just arrived at the valley looking for my uncle Jordan. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Oh yes, he was Unagos' friend. I remember now. Hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay. I don't even remember him really. Most that I know about him is from my mother's stories. She always looked up to her big brother, loved him furiously even when he stopped visiting. A lot of people did, from what I've heard. There was something special about him. Yeah, tough shoes to fill, huh? The only shoes that you need to worry about filling are your own. Always true. Never try to fill somebody who's come before you's shoes. All you have to do is live up to your own potential. Every man is the architect of his own fortune, or woman in all cases too. Thank you for saying that. It's what I needed to hear. But let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story? I was part of a traveling band of troubadours. Musicians, performers, kind of thing. I've never managed to learn how to play any instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing Unagast for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Jordan wasn't just a friend of his, he was part of him. So, kind of like a brother, I guess. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Unagast's presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. Age is just a number in a lot of cases. It doesn't. If you find somebody that you love and older than you, that's not a bad thing. But remember, guys, keep it legal. No, not really. What, are you implying that I look old? Nothing of the sorts. Anyway, so it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that, or blindness, or stupidity, poor judgment maybe, whatever sounds best to you. Pretend all you like. You felt hard for the grandpa with the sad eyes, and you know it. Okay, that's a good line. Oh, I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else, yet I can't imagine breathing without him now, but don't let me go off. All soft on you, surely you have got some places to go. It was a pleasure talking to you, Dobrengia. Every second of it. It was funny in a lot of it. Here I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coins these days. I really appreciate that, but I'm not looking for charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on, don't you try to be a hero. Sigh. All men are like, all right. Do something for me, then it won't be a handout, just your first pay. That I can agree on. What do you need? There's a farmer in the village. She's called Jarogenia? Genie? Uh, what? I may be butchering these names bad, I think. Jar O. Jarog Ni. What? She usually supplies the tavern with rye, but I haven't gotten anything from her in a while. My stock's almost gone, and don't even want to imagine what would happen to the people to these people when we run out of beer. Consider it done. While we're speaking of beer, Uniga asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Great, thank you. He promised me to tell me stories about Jordan. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, haha, thank you. So we just gotta give Unigas 2 and we got 6, so that's nice. Where is he? Oh, nice. Racemir! Hey, Unagast, looking at the proud house owner from the valley and back with bearing brewers. A job well done indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat with this amber goodness and start reminiscing. I knew Jordan for 22 years before he died. He was my best and trusted friend. A brother, actually. See? Told you, like a brother. I remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. I was 25 at the time, living in the big city of Jellenberg, where I was born. You could say I hated that place. But still, it was the only home I ever knew. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about that. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own. So I did, doing the only thing I could. Stealing. So I was right, he was a thief. Sorry, I couldn't. I think it said listen, but I'm not too sure what it said. I can't believe I did that. I'll go back maybe and find out. I was. Yeah, probably me asking, what, a thief? Are you sure? A bloody good one, if I might say. Picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from under your fork, and you wouldn't even notice. It wasn't greed that motivated me, just survival. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the process. Stealing is still a crime. Yeah, and don't do it, guys. It's not a good thing. No matter the motivation. I'd say you'll want to wait and hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty on me. I'm sorry. Go on. We had an annual festival at Jellenberg. It always brought a whole bunch of outsiders to town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do days worth of work in a matter of minutes. So I grabbed a few coins here and there, some jewelry, a pair of new boots, and then I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt. It was basically begging to be set free. Listen, I snuck behind him in the crowd like I did 1,000 times before. Child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch and did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and disappear, like I always did, and then wham! What happened? I was punched in the face by what felt like a bull, and I was so shocked I didn't even realize what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding. I barely see straight. And you know what? The first thing I saw next? Another blow coming? Nah, no, a smile, a big radiant smile on the face of the man who had 2 different eyes. It was your Uncle Jordan, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck out his hand, helped me get up, and offered me a beer. Just like that? Just like that. I don't get it. That's how Jordan was. You see, your uncle was deadly clever, smartest man I've ever known. Hands down, he could see the world like nobody else. Predict things like he was always at least a dozen steps ahead of anyone else. So on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued and wasn't expecting it. Indeed, apparently, even despite my failure, I was still the one that came the closest to robbing him. And he liked that. Huh? That doesn't make sense. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? Yeah, I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy. Well, the way he sounds, yeah, I'd be terrified of my uncle, Jordan. So we went. He took me to the most expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember, that it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care, though. In a matter of seconds, we were sitting at the table being serviced by two barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind, there was only one explanation. He owned the place. You never know. Not at all. It was his first time in Jellenberg, and it all felt like a dream, to be honest, especially with me still being dazed after being punched. Well, yeah, I can imagine. I was still sure he was a nobleman. His manners, his clothes, and the way he talked and moved. And then he chugged a beer. It was like a race. Wiped his face with his sleeve and burped like a drum. He went from lord to the savage like that. Snap of it. Well, guess I don't have to read Snap's fingers when I snap my own fingers. I relived that moment a dozen times until I realized why he did that. It wasn't a mistake. Oh no. No laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted to see me to see it, to understand it. Understand what? That he was full of crap. Ha ha ha. You see, Razormere, your uncle, was one of a kind. He was truly a master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. What does that even mean? Imagine a closed door with two armed guards at its sides, and you want what's inside. What are your options? You can force yourself in, bribe the guards, try to pick the lock, but Jordan, he just holds his head up high, walks right in, and demands the door to be open, walking like he owned the place, I guess. You were right, that all sounds surreal. I never knew that about my uncle. My mother's stories were quite different. Because I'm afraid she knew quite different Jordan than me, than everybody in the pack. Wait, the pack? Oh dear, Rasamir, there's so much more you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. Come on, you can't just leave me hanging like that. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more. After that beer we had a couple more, then some mead, if I remember correctly. We were talking about our past, our dreams, our convictions, started making some drunk and absurd plans. I thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember is waking up in silk sheets. I'm guessing they weren't yours. 1 second, guys. Okay, much better. Are you kidding? It was the first time I'd even touched fabric like that. The ceiling in the chamber was so high it could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. Then the servants walked in. I was ready to flee, but instead of fighting me, they presented me with breakfast. Really? How come? It was all Jordan's doing. I never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter. Even years after, needless to say, I left Jellenberg with him on that day. The first time I went outside of the town walls. I never came back. That was the day the pack was born, and 3 years later, there were 5 of us. A real team, a family. We called ourselves the Reminders. Silly name, in my opinion. Oh, how I wish I could have been there. It all sounds incredible. I've never had adventures like that, and probably never will. Easy, my boy. It wasn't always fun and lovely, but it's a tale for another time. It really did get late, and I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come and find me tomorrow, and we'll talk some more. I'll do that. Thank you, Nagast, for everything. Okay, guys, that is going to be it for today. We finished Unagast's quest. We built ourselves a house. We settled in the valley. Now, I will build up our buildings just a little bit more so we have a town, the start of a town, and we can enjoy the start of automation. Now, I've been Dash. You guys have been amazing. And it's time for me to dash on off. See you next time.